Let's take a tour of the faceplate of the MHT300 home theater receiver. Tapping in the right knob turns the unit on. We'll wait a few moments for it to activate. Once it's on, rotating the right knob adjusts the volume level, and tapping in the right knob activates the mute function. Tap it again to come out of muting. The left knob adjusts the source that you're listening to and watching. If we tap in the left knob, we're into the trim menu where we can adjust many things, bass, treble, and the balance of channels. To come out of the trim menu, we're going to press and hold this knob in for a couple of seconds. There's also a deep setup menu for initially setting all your preferences of the receiver. To activate that, we press in and hold the left knob. To turn off the receiver, we press and hold in the right knob for several seconds. Now let's take a look at the rear panel connections. You'll want to make all connections before plugging the power cord in. That's because as soon as the receiver gets power, its microprocessor is on, and micros don't like static electricity generated by making and breaking connections. If you want to use the built-in FM radio in the MHT300, you'll need to connect an antenna here. These are the 4 HDMI video inputs and the ARC in-out jack. This one connects to your TV monitor. The 4 digital inputs are for audio sources, like a CD player or a music streamer. Speakers connect here. The receiver has 7 amplifier channels, and they can be used in different ways for a variety of possible setups. And here's where you'll connect your network cable. If you don't have a hardwire connection at the receiver, you'll want to obtain an Ethernet over power adapter. They're available from a variety of sources. A typical setup might have a left, center, and right front speaker, 2 side surround speakers, and 2 back surround speakers, like we're showing here. In that case, connect to up as shown in this diagram. You can pause the video if you want. You'll connect your subwoofer or subwoofers to these jacks. You might have, or add in the future, 2 or 4 height speakers in the ceiling for 3D Dolby Atmos sound. If so, you can connect an additional 2 or 4 channel amplifier to these height outputs. On the other hand, many installations don't have back surround speakers, only side surround speakers. In that case, you can use 2 of the amplifier channels in the receiver that would have powered the 2 back surround speakers to power 2 height speakers. You'll need to pull 2 of the jumpers you see here. And you'll need 2 short single audio cables to do that. Connect everything as shown in this diagram. And if you want to go all the way, you can add a McIntosh MHT300 4-channel amplifier and use 4 height speakers in the ceiling. In that case, you'll want to utilize the 4 channels in the MHT300 to power the left and right front speakers and side surround speakers, since it has double the power of the receiver's channels. Then you'll use the 4 channels in the receiver that would have powered the front left and right and side surround left and right channels to power the 4 height speakers. Now you'll have a full 11-channel plus subwoofer system, double the power for the front and side surround channels, and meters to watch. It's a win-win-win. Now it's time to connect your HDMI video cables. There are 2 ways of connecting video cables. If you have a smart TV with an EARC HDMI connection, you can choose to connect all your sources like a cable box, satellite dish, or Blu-ray player directly to the TV. Then you'll only need to run 1 HDMI cable from the TV's ARC HDMI jack to the ARC HDMI jack on the receiver. You'll select HDMI TV on the receiver's input knob for all video sources, and switch between them with your TV's remote. The alternative is to connect your sources to the receivers for HDMI jacks. Run a cable from the ARC jack on the receiver to the ARC HDMI jack on the TV. Using this method, you'll select between video sources with the receiver's remote control, and you'll keep your TV set to its ARC HDMI input. Both setups work fine. It all depends on the location of your source units. Your dealer can help you decide which setup is best for your system. If you have a turntable, tape deck, or other analog audio source, and you want to hear it through the receiver, you'll need an analog to digital converter. Turn the receiver on, wait a few moments, and press in the left knob for 2 seconds to enter the setup menu. Select Network and go to the host IP address. Type that address into the web browser on your laptop on the same network, and the setup menu will appear on your laptop screen. Here you can tell the receiver what speakers you've connected, you can rename inputs, and adjust the balance of your speakers. It's all described in your owner's manual that came with the MHT300. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy your new MHT300 home theater receiver. I'm going to encourage you to read through your owner's manual and discover all the features of this fine receiver. If you need assistance, your dealer or McIntosh support is always there to help. Thanks again.